Hello everyone, I'm going to show you Come Together by the Beatles. It's set to standard E tuning. Having said that, let's move on to the song. It's fairly easy to play, not easy necessarily, but certainly not complicated. As far as playing bass with the Beatles goes, it's certainly one of the easiest bass lines that McCartney has done, which says a lot since not much of what he does could be considered easy. And to start things off, I'll show you the famous bass intro that makes the song iconic to this day, and that's in D here. There's the 4-measure song intro. There's different ways that it's played. A lot of people play it on the open D string. My feeling is a lot of what gives the song that kind of raw edge to it is that deep booming bass sound you hear each time that D note's getting played. So what I do is I play D on the 10th fret E string, because the higher up on the frets that you go, the more thicker and fuller of a sound that you'll get on your bass guitar, especially on the low E string. So play 10th fret D here. That there's a legato slide on 10th fret, and then sliding up a full step to 12th fret, both on the A string. And what a legato slide is, whereas a shift slide you would strike the A string each note that you play, 10th fret and 12th fret. A legato slide is you're only striking the A string once on the 10th fret and then sliding up to the 12th fret. So it's jump up to 10th fret on the G string, which is F. And that there's a descending slide from D on the 12th fret D string. So when played out in full, it's and that's the intro. Then you have the verse, which is you're playing the same riff and it revolves around an 8-measure blues chord progression in D, A, and G. So you're going to play that same intro riff that I just showed you for 4 measures. Then the next 2 measures is somewhat of the same thing that you're playing here in D, same pattern, except down here to A on the 5th fret. And instead of playing that legato slide that I showed you here, which would be played on the 5th fret and 7th fret, but instead of doing that, there's a rest, there's a 8th note rest, so it's and that there is just A, 5th fret E string, and that's 5th fret G string, which is C, and you're going to give it a bit of a bend, a quarter bend. Then you're doing a descending slide from 7th fret A on the D string. So when played out in full, rest. Then down to G, 3rd fret E string. There's the verse, then it repeats that pattern again, the verse again. And then you have the chorus, which is B, A, and G. And you can play those 3 notes on the same string, E string. 7th fret, 5th fret, and 3rd fret. Just follow the dots you have on your bass guitar. And it goes something like. Excuse me. And instead of letting it ring like you do at the end of the verse, you're actually going to hit the A and then choke the E string. There's the chorus. Then you repeat that pattern again, verse and chorus. Then you have the keyboard, the electric piano, and guitar solo, which is 8 measures, and it's 4 measures of D and 4 measures of A. That's 10th fret D and 5th fret A. And you're just doing a steady 8th note rhythm, so it goes something like. That there was half of the 4 measures of D, that's 2 measures. And then you're just playing another the same steady rhythm in A. Excuse me. That there's the keyboard guitar solo. Then it goes once again through the same verse and chorus pattern. Then you have the outro guitar solo, which fades out. It's about 23 measures, and then it just gradually fades out to a close. And that's just a steady 8th note rhythm in D here in the 10th fret. And you just keep strumming that 10th fret for 23 measures till it fades out. And like any song that fades out, you know, you can just come up with your own tag to close the song out. That there is the main sections to the song, verse, chorus, and both solos. I'm going to do a second video. There's going to be 3 videos total. The second video is going to be showing you some fills that McCartney does throughout the song. But what I showed you there is basically the main parts to the song.